Chad, I don't feel good. I feel sick. Bleh. I think it's a lack of sleep, but I don't know. I don't know, man. But I'm live for you. I'm here for you. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that should be okay. Dude, the new Rainbow Road is so good, man. I freaking love it, bro. Jenna's had a stomach bug for like 3 days. There's speculation that I had it a day before she got it, but now I also feel terrible again. So I don't know. But I'm here. I will not pass out. Even though I'm 2 hours behind on when I wanted to be live initially. It's fine. It's chill. It's whatever. Okay, chat. Go to bed? Never! I'll never do it. I took like a 40-minute power nap. And now I'm back. Tarantula, thank you for the 21 months. Oh, the winter alerts? Yeah, NC fan, feel better. Yeah, evidently we're under Snowmageddon. What they're calling it. It's whatever. I'm not concerned. We're probably gonna lose power. Eh. Eh. What else can this godforsaken house throw at me, man? I barely have internet. The plumbing is failing left and right. Eh. I have genuinely debated getting a generator. No, because like a gentle June breeze is enough to like knock the power out and make it flicker a little bit, you know? So it's tough to tell. But it is what it is. Okay, chat. What do we need to cover tonight? What do we need to cover tonight? I got good news. I got great news. I got bad news. It's a whole spectrum of news tonight. Let's start with the thing that is kind of meh to me. Fresh all thing with a 2 spot. Fable Veter is attacking us tomorrow. Didn't she already? It's already happening. Voting starts now. The truth is here, everyone. The truth is upon us. I'm gonna sip on my water. Oh, Zoe's also going through it, man. Like, something's up. Like, she's always licking her paws. And she's licked them raw. Like, she's taking the calluses off of them and stuff. Like, it's crazy. Oh, the winter storm. Oh, I get it now. I appreciate that humor. If you guys hit me with humor tonight, I will be slow to get it, though. That is not an indication on your delivery capabilities. It is only my ability to process all the way to raw. I mean, pretty much. They started, like, cracking and bleeding. So we gotta, like, rub stuff on them. No, Mario. Chill, bro. Golly. No, they're cracked and stuff. I had to order like this special balm to put on them. I had to go to the store tonight amidst the eve of Snowmageddon 2026. Which is crazy. The stores weren't even that crowded. It was just a lot of like people doing pickup stuff for like curbside orders, which is crazy. But I went in and I had to find like baby socks so that could be put on her feet. The whole thing. It's cool though, because like I bought her this giant cupcake. It was like bigger than my head. So she'll have fun playing with that while she has really tender feet, I guess. Or paws. Dogs don't have feet. Dogs aren't people. Not really. And then I picked Jenna up some chocolate. Because you always got to get your lady some chocolate. You know? They like that. Guys do too, for the record. Just throwing that out there. Get your SO some chocolate. They'll appreciate it. No, the really good news is we got Fable news today, which I'm really excited about. And so I've seen the overview like half-heartedly because I got work like a dog today while feeling like a sewer drain, basically. But I wanted to watch that because that could be fun. And it looked great, frankly. And then obviously Jewish Legends starts tonight. And then the bad news is they nerfed Bilgewater. Y'all, it is I'm gonna say it is mathematically impossible to hit plat with Bilgewater now in TFT. It's not. That is not a high probability top 4 comp. It's just not anymore. They nerfed it into oblivion, and my heart is heavy today. So we may have to play real TFT and work on the fly a little more. But that's okay, because it'll give me a chance to like flex some muscle a little bit in terms of just like adaptive play and not just, you know, senselessly committing to something before the game even starts. But I think Pirates to Plat is no longer feasible, which is real sad. But we'll try that out tonight too. And then we also have the Fable rerun for the Lunar New Year event that's going on there too. But for now, let us take a look. We're back. We're so back. It's Choose Your Legends time. If you're wondering who my top picks are to win the whole thing, and that's all you care about, that's all you want to know right now. A, I'm not really sure why that's true. B, any of the predictions I actually put out are just ballot tallies, which we will try and do again this year. So be prepared to submit your ballots as soon as voting ends. Those are usually pretty spot on for the most part. So that feels kind of good. I think my top picks: Ivy, Tsubasa, Black Knight, Famortis. Those are my top 4. Or I guess top 2 each. How that works. So those would be my pickups. Those would be my pickups. Whether or not they will actually win, I don't know. But it's if I'm gonna make a gut call, if I'm gonna do a gut check, that's kind of where my gut lives right now. They are prominently displaying shadows. Did you guys know Fire Emblem Shadows is here? I do, because I am the world's most entitled, whiny Faytuber. And I know all about Fire Emblem Shadows, because they've beaten it into my head to let me know that it exists, even though they shadow dropped it without really telling you it was going to happen. Anyway, you can pick characters here. There's not a terribly large amount. But there are a lot of unique characters here. I'll not be voting for any of them. My strategy is ultimately the same every year, for the most part. I think midterms pop up after like day 3 of voting or something. Or it only includes the first 3 days of voting and it shows up on the 4th day. Something like that. Ish. Somewhere around there. Ultimately, I vote my conscience for the first 3 votes. I look at the midterm results, and then I immediately bum rush. Into whatever that looks like. So, my picks typically include things like Nagi. Also, if we're gonna be honest, Rhea's never winning, so it's fine. I've made my peace with that, and I don't care anymore. Elincia. I usually always throw a vote to Elincia. Who honestly I'm hoping has some kind of like grand resurgence in popularity now that like all 200 people worldwide who have a Nintendo Switch 2 have played Path of Radiance on the Virtual Console. But probably not. That's probably not a likely thing to happen. The other thing that I always do is I will always vote for a heroes based character. Okay. So in previous years, I've voted for Plumeria, Golvig, Alphonse. You know, this year it's definitely going to Thor. It's definitely going to Thor. Thor is my heroes pickup. Out of everybody who is in Heroes, I think Brave Thor would be so sick. And yes, that includes the new icy girl with no pants. Because why would she wear pants? That's like a trope, by the way. That's like a whole thing. I've been playing a lot of TFT recently, and so Ash, who is part of the Freljord, does not wear pants, and she actually has like a line when you pick her up from the shop. She will make several comments about how no one in the Freljord wears pants or has no sleeves on their shirts and things like that. It's funny, but I don't know. Could she have stomping power? I don't know. Maybe it's possible. I did a video on this already, so I won't rehash it. Where we just like talked about Choose Your Legends for like half an hour straight. But ultimately, what you really need to do is just look to the prior like top 5-ish, top 6-ish of the previous year's top 10s to kind of get an understanding of where your votes are likely going to be consolidated this year. Pending there is no like crazy title reveal that has happened. Engage didn't really do a whole lot in the upheaval of votes. It certainly wasn't like a 3 houses sweep. Like we had with, I think it was year 4 was the House Lords year. I don't think Shadows is going to be that title either. Next year, Fortune's Weave will be. So, you know, keep that in mind, I guess, if that matters to you. But this year is kind of one of those mixed bags, and we've had a couple of those throughout the last decade of these, decade-ish. It should be interesting. I think it will be exciting. Ultimately, I don't have a lot of investment. I don't have a lot of investment, man. Like I know anything that I think would be interesting or anything I would favor is not likely to hit top 3 status this year. I think those are pretty much all a lock. I think you know, women's side, you're probably looking at an Azura, Ivy, Subasa kind of like knuckle down situation. Likewise, probably a brawl between things like Sigurd and Fomortis. Insert another 3 houses character. Probably, I think Sylvain was kind of high on that list. I'm still hoping Black Knight kind of pulls through. Because who doesn't want another OP Black Knight in the game? Who could beat out Legendary Black Knight? That'd be kind of nutty. But ultimately, anything I would really genuinely want never has a shot at this. Especially if they're going to keep diluting Choose Your Legends in future years with like side game stuff. So they may do another Shadows Cup next year, but it may also be the Fortune Weaves Cup or, you know, something like, I don't know. If they keep diluting Choose Your Legends in that capacity where old stuff can now be newly voted again, I don't have a lot of hope. But I will continue to vote my heart and my conscience and vote for my queen, Ray. And I am happy with that. I'm pleased with that, and I can make my peace there. I'll probably throw a vote at Rhea too, and that'll be like my first 4 days of voting. I wouldn't see Inagi, Thor, or Rhea. Maybe not in that order. But then my last 3 votes will probably be for anything that's like uber popular in whatever list whenever they decide to release that. But I'm pretty satisfied. We literally just had Nalencia. I'm still riding high off of the Halloween Nagi hype that happened, which I never thought would be possible. And I'm sure Rhea will get something at some point too. I know, like in my heart, I know Thor is going to get an alt this year, because she's like a pretty staple character in the book 10 story thus far, being our little chauffeur, keeping us from getting frozen solid. So I'm not too concerned about characters I'm invested in getting attention in general. I just know that attention is not under the Choose Your Legend spotlight, and that's okay. So there it is. I will, of course, be collecting ballots whenever y'all are done. There will be a Google Drive upload somewhere, probably on the channel, probably all socials. So be on the lookout for that. If you're in the Discord to get notified, that will also let you know. And maybe we can try and predict it again. It's been like, God, I don't even know, like 3, 4, maybe even 5 years I've been doing this. I don't remember. It's been a long time though, multiple years at this point. And you all, the viewers, have done a very good job at like predicting, or at least being a good little subsample of the overall votes for the top 3. Most years you've picked the winners pretty legitimately, which is cool. So we'll try and do that again. If not, it's just kind of fun to think about, I guess, that you know the answer before anybody else does, or at least think that you do, as is probably the case this year, because again, it is a very mixed bag. But that's my Choose Your Legends day 1 coverage. I probably will just cover results as they come out. I don't think it's really worth doing a video daily of my votes. But I will be live for that, so if you get curious, come find me live. But that's it. That's Choose Your Legends. It's 10 years running. Nothing should be surprising now. We are in the thick of it. So enjoy the last one before Fortune's Weave just absolutely dominates in year 11. So let me know who you're voting for if you're in chat right now, or if this is a video in comments. Chat, who are you voting for? I did the YouTuber voice. Who are you voting for? A day 2 list? They kind of flip-flop, no? I feel like there was one year they did day 1 results, and then they did like halfway point on like day 4 or something. I don't remember. Morgan. Okay. Azura, there's some hope there. Volag. I'd love to be part of that initiative, but I just... Black Knight and Valencia? Okay, there's some underdog energy that I can get behind. I dig that. All the assist trophies are Choose Your Legends winners except for Mailcorn and Black Knight. You know, that is an interesting way to approach it. That's an interesting way to approach it. I dig that. I think honestly, like, okay, let's be real. There's 4 total winners, right? There's like hundreds of total characters. I think events like this are a little more fun when you self-impose certain guidelines like that. Like the Smash Trophies representation thing. Like, that's fun. I like that. That's a fun way to do it. That's kind of why I go in and like pick out categories where it's like someone with green hair, someone from Heroes, someone you least expect. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just fun. I make up little daily categories where I'm like, okay, that'll fit there. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, and I don't mean to sound like too nihilistic about this, none of this matters. None of it really matters ultimately. Because more than likely anything from the previous top 5, except the winners, obviously, will probably win it. It would be really exciting if there was like some crazy dark horse just coming out of nowhere to win it all. That would be cool. That would be fun. That would be exciting. Unfortunately, they're a tad more predictable than excitement would lend. So we kind of just, we get what we get from previous fold over from the prior years. But that's okay. That's okay. Like, you can't win them all. You know? My uber populars that have won it have been like Ike and Micaiah and, I'll throw Golvig in there too. Golvig's cool. Can't win them all. I think my cope for my favorites losing Choose Your Legends every year since like year 3 has been that the designs in general have gotten like less exciting overall. So I'd be more hyped if something I really liked got into like a special heroes banner on like a weird theme, or like one that I really like a winter banner theme, something like that. So, yeah. It is what it is. I genuinely, I hope none of my favorites get turned into like muscly horse people. That would freak me out a little bit. I do. There was, shoot, I forget where I saw it, whether it was a live chat or like in a comment somewhere. But there was someone who voted like just for Lagoo's options in the Shadow Cup, and I was like, that's kind of smart. So like Tibarn, for example, just straight up being a humanoid hawk. That's kind of fitting. I also realized, and not to throw out Patrine spoilers specifically, but Patrine probably would have been a good pickup. In a similar way, perhaps that Shinon would have been a good pickup, like Z Shadow was endorsing, which he gets my full rally behind on that point. But I didn't vote for it because I realized it literally after I cast my last ballot. I was like, "Ooh, that would have been good." What would I want Valencia to be? I think. Oh shoot. Okay. Okay. Are you guys good with spoilers? Kind of. Are you good with spoilers? Do we know about Valencia spoilers? Do we know about her familial lineage? Because I can't tell you. I can't tell you without like kind of ruining a familial reveal on that front. I mean, the game is like 20 years old, but you know. Oh! Okay, maybe I don't. Hold on. Maybe I don't. Pause. Wait. I'm dumb. I think a Renning alt of Valencia would be fire. I think like a full on like armor clad on horse Renning armor Valencia would be like pretty sick. That would be my pickup, I think. For her. Because we've already gotten like some really good versions. Like we got the healer. We got Crimean Queen. I feel pretty good about every Valencia alt that exists. Genuinely. But I think like full on knight armor Valencia with like a Renning spin on it would be like pretty cool. And in that way, I have not spoiled anything for anyone. W streamer. What else? Are they like blasting notifications left, right, center right now? I assume that they probably are. Oh, no, they aren't. Oh, wait, they are. Wait. No, they aren't. They did. I have to go to Twitter for this, which I hate. Which I sent feedback requesting that they expand their social posts. Evidently, they're on Facebook. I feel like you're only on Facebook for Marketplace at this point, or to find out how many of your distant relatives are super racist and you never really realized it. That's me. I've discovered that recently. That's why that is a funny joke. I've asked them to expand to like Instagram and YouTube tabs. So if you also want to see it, see stuff posted in other places, like that would be chill. If you want to send feedback for that, join me in the revolution. Because the Shadows stuff gets way more action than anything Heroes puts on Twitter. Unironically, which is kind of crazy. I'm giving them socials advice. I don't know that I should be trying to do that, but I am doing that. Anyway, it shows you who's new, I guess. This is what this post is about, showing you who is new. So basically an entire Shadows cast and like anybody they've introduced into Heroes since the last time. So like Valley. Heimdall. Heimdall would also be cool. I genuinely believe her kit is like way too toxic. You know what I mean? Like when we got Golvig, she was just a really good Gale Forcer. And like that, ooh, wow, that's scary. But like Heimdall literally makes the game unfun to play. So as much as I like Heimdall, just as a figure in Mythos, I don't know that we need more of that in Heroes doing what Heimdall does. So I do not think people should vote for that. Plus, anytime the game sees like any kind of like meta staleness, probably if they're thinking this like methodically about it, they'll probably introduce something like a Heimdall effect where they will just shut stuff down. So like I don't know. I feel like every once in a while they'll bring out like an absurd armor tank that's known for being an absurd armor tank, like Black Knight. You know what I mean? They'll bring out like a Black Knight archetype of something to just shake stuff up a little bit. I feel like they'll probably do something like that with Heimdall too. So I'm not too concerned. I don't think we need that, honestly. But Thor, if you're gonna vote anybody for heroes, Thor would be my pick. But that's not a surprise to anybody. And she's definitely getting an alt this year anyway, so it doesn't really matter in context. So actually don't vote Thor. I don't want to roll on multiple Thors this year. Please and thank. Dude, low key. Is it controversial to say? I kind of feel like this is like an Arknights cast. Is that crazy? Am I crazy for that? This is giving Arknights vibes a little bit. I'm not incredibly versed in the world of Arknights. I have a mod who is like was or is still obsessed with it. And so I played it for like a day just so I could have some understanding of where he was coming from. But even the portraits a little bit are like kind of, I guess at least from what I remember, they're like slightly Arknights coded. Maybe not. Maybe I'm full of it. Oh yeah, it's not Elroy. Sorry, it was Liam. To specify, to clarify, it's not Elroy. I don't even know that Liam is mod anymore. He's got life going on, but I will always refer to him as such until he tells me not to. Okay, is that okay? Yeah, so this is yesterday. So nothing really new here. We can refresh, make sure it's no, nothing new. Nothing to see here. Are these the wallpapers this year? Previous winners, book 10 stuff, and then I guess just complete book 9 stuff. Because we really didn't know about Valley back then. Kind of new, but mostly old. This one's fire though. I think in general, this the book 10 like thematic cover art has been my favorite. I think this one's been my favorite. There's so much happening with like there's a lot of mysterious things and a lot of things to look at and discover. And I like that. It's been cool. What else is there? What else is there? Nothing really. Should I even pay attention to it this year? Should I just pick my 7 right now? Should I just pick them? Because really, I feel like I kind of only vote for like the front runner picks when they get revealed. I really only vote those to feel like I'm part of something. But I don't really feel like I don't really feel like I'm that invested this year. Should we do a little pickings? Ooh, can I do, hold on. Can I do like a legit thing? Can we get Adobe up in here? Me. And then retired, perhaps? I used to have like a template for this, I thought. Well, maybe I don't. Maybe I didn't. Or maybe I just don't see it anymore. Oh! Your boy did not scroll far enough. Whoopsies. Oh my god, dude. This is wild. These are some old files, dog. Holy cow. Y'all want to see this? Oh my god. Dude, it's like I'm in a time capsule right now. That's crazy. Alright, hold up. Wow, what is that? I don't even know what that. We can shrink that for now. Dude, look at this. Do we remember the Snacktive campaign? Actually, wait. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Can I dunk on Snacktive right now? Oh, they follow me? When did they follow me? Bruh. Bruh. Bro, their engagement is worse than mine, and I'm washed. That's crazy. What the hell is this 2023 meme doing in my timeline? That's crazy. I didn't know they followed me. That's wild. Mogged. Mogged. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I'm being petty. Hold up. 2020 favorites. Many of you may not remember. I started this trend. And then evidently my logo was too big and Reddit had a fucking heyday with it. And then removed all my branding. And did their own thing, basically ripping the copy of it. Which is fine, but like respectfully, I wasn't making it for like a shareable thing. I was making it for people that watched me to do it and then post and so that I could see it. So I wasn't really thinking about not having my face on it or so, you know what I mean? But that's fine. It's whatever. Wow. And there's the Tiki campaigning. Oh, you can't really see all of it. There's the Tiki campaigning. Wow. Funny. Okay. So what are we actually looking for now? Do I have anything close to this? I feel like probably not. I have a Faye top 10 of 2020. Hold up. Should we see how consistent I am? Shall we experience my consistency? Nagi, Titania, Thor, Rhea, Altina, Patrine, Ira, Thor, Rhea, Micaiah. Relatively consistent. That's pretty consistent, I would say. Okay, this is not about memory lane. I need to I need to focus. I need to freaking focus, dog. What am I looking for? I'm looking for I don't know what I'm looking for. I guess this will be fine. Oh my god, I have end cards, dog. Oh my god, I have end cards. When's the last time I used an end card? That's crazy. Okay. Here, we'll use this. Let's hide that. We'll simply hide that one. Hold on. Dude, cook like when I actually did like a cooking video. It's been a minute. This is a okay. Beautiful. And maybe we can just like blur that into oblivion. Cool. Okay. So I've already voted Alincia. Because she's beautiful and powerful and women can do anything. I think ooh, maybe I can just find it here. Yes, dude. Okay, hold up. Can I copy it? Can I paste it? That's really tiny. But it kind of works. Sorta. That does not work, dog. Okay. There's a better way. There's a better way. There's gotta be a better way. Let me see. Oh. Well, I'll just do that. Oh. It's exactly the same size. That's wildly unhelpful. Alright, well. Make my life easier. Let's find... Can I search this now? I can search it. Hallelujah. Okay, I think we go Nagi. And then I think we go... Rhea, right? Naga would also be a good pick, but I think Nagi's more interesting. You know? Oh, did I goof? Wait, why does this look bigger? Why look bigger? Okay. Those are probably my top lady picks. I think... There's no Black Knight. Really? Not even in the free-to-play folder? I never had a Black Knight in here. On God? Dude, what is up with my assets folder? That's crazy. Okay, I know I have legendary in here. So we'll just use him, and that will be fine. Legend Mythics, there we go. I think I can legit just like copy paste it, yeah. I think we go there. Honestly, I'm on board. I'm on board with the Fomorti's Black Knight rally. I can be about that. And then I think if I'm a keep of the stack. Oh. They don't exist. That makes perfect sense, actually. That makes perfect sense, actually. We got like a mad crop. There we go. Oh, wait. Oh, there's so much unused space over here. Hold on. Is that like slightly more square? Oh, no. I'm eyeballing the dimensions to make it a square, but I don't know how successful that was. Okay, pretty successful. They'll never know. She's like a pixel off. Damn. I ballparked that pretty well, honestly. I would probably, for Dark Horse pick, I'd probably go Maiko. But I will state, for those curious of my endorsement, I do endorse Tsubasa. But I must vote my heart, and my heart says Boozy Maiko. Just cuz. Even though she's probably one of the least popular TMS options. But I will also restate. I want to restate this. Her playable form has like Azura inspirations. Okay. So it's like you're kind of also getting a TMS with an Azura. If I can sway anyone. I can't. That would probably be my ballot this year. I think that's probably my pick. Three of these having like legitimate top 10 potential, in my opinion. Yeah, that's who I would pick, I think. I'm happy with that. I make my peace with that. Edelgard won the votes. Did they announce it? This was like the most meaningless thing for me to participate in. My heart was not in that. She was released in Shadows? Okay. Como Ace? I would also just like to point out that A, this is a legitimate battle pass. And B, they do one of these little like 3-minute videos every time they announce it. So, not to like make a point here, okay? But we should expect more from Heroes in terms of comms, in terms of effort of comms. We should expect more, okay? Even the battle pass. Fate Pass is a joke, bro. We should be expecting more from Heroes, which makes infinite more money. Not just more money, infinite more money than Shadows. Okay? We should expect more from them on that. And I genuinely hope they do. This is like, you know what this reminds me of? Not to get all Hoyo-verse on anybody, but do you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of when Genshin Impact came out, and like the anniversary rewards were terrible, but everybody was just like, "Oh, but the story's so good." And then the story got so long, and it was just yap fest the entire time. Evidently, the newest version is like better. Okay, I don't know. They lost me, frankly. But then Honkai Star Rail came out, and 1.x of Star Rail was like good. And like the changes that they implemented and the communications that they had, they were good. And then Zenless Zone Zero came out, and then Hoyo players were like, "Holy shit, games can be like this. Gotcha games can treat players like this. That's crazy." But Genshin Impact didn't really do those changes, at least not immediately. This is kind of what it feels like. This is not to make dramatic comparisons, but this is the Heroes Zenless Zone Zero. And I hope that the two teams are talking. Because if part of the reason why Heroes isn't like a top tier mobile game, despite winning a bunch of awards in its first couple years of being out, they don't treat it like a mobile game that you would have on like anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like the battle pass is like weird and not really a battle pass. The summoning rates are like bad. There's way too many banners. The pool's a nightmare. There's no wish listing. They don't they don't take an effort to like elevate it. They still kind of treat it like it's a game in 2017, but it's 2026 now. And we've seen other games show us how to do things better, but they don't implement any of that. And I think that's my frustration with Heroes now is because I see what other games and other dev teams are doing, and I'm like, oh, well, that's nice. But I don't think the players really demand that kind of change. Because for a lot of people, it was probably like one of their first gotcha games that they ever played. And it's probably for many people the only gotcha game that they play because it's a Fire Emblem thing and they like Fire Emblem. Or it's just so low maintenance that like they can play it and they don't feel like it's a huge time sink for them. Um, but either way, I don't think there's a lot of player initiative to like change that. You know what I mean? Anyway, they post on YouTube, which is why I made a formal request for them to post on places other than Twitter. Heroes. And it doesn't even have to be voiced for what it's worth. You know what I mean? I'm chill if we got stuff like this. Dude, okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to rant, but like we used to have Fade channels, like full on 12-minute Fade channels, full on voiced with updates as little or big as they may be every 2 months. Every other month, we were getting a Fade channel consistently. They were injecting stuff into us directly. Okay, it was happening. And now they just don't do it. They got lazy. And it makes me sad. I cannot explain how frustrated I am that there is no free pass version of Fate Pass. How do you mess up I'm sorry, but how do you mess up a battle pass? It's like the easiest thing to implement. So Edelgard is now in this. I'm willing to bet they intentionally did not show you this until after the voting ended. I mean, she's gonna win anyway. That was just gonna happen. So, but now y'all get to see what she's gonna look like, and she's got a little bird feet. Oh,
Edelgard, my power is meant to change the world. I am Edelgard.
oh, she's a bird. Oh, see that? Because she's a black eagle. Because she's the house leader of the Black Eagles. uh, you know, in hindsight, I think genuinely voting for the house leaders for this like Shadows Cup thing was the safest thing you could do. Because you already knew what Dimitri looked like, Lion. So like you knew they were gonna turn Edelgard into a bird, and then they're gonna turn Claude into a deer. You know, like that was gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. So my main issue with like having no clue of like what 90% of the concepts would look like for any shadowized Fire Emblem character, you know, I, not a whole lot left to the imagination with the house leaders in particular, because like it's kind of in their title a little bit, you know. So there's like it's not a lot of surprise in that regard. So you kind of have an idea what you're getting. Anyway, she has bird. She is bird. She is become bird.
The form you see is the power I desire.
Tetra Wind.
You can't stop me.
I actually do really like these sprites. Contrary to popular belief, I don't hate Shadows. I just don't want to play it. And I think like humanoid animal designs are like 90% miss, 10% hit sometimes. You know, most of the time they're like kind of weird. But I like these little sprite icons. I like those a lot. Also, not to harping it back again, but like, why don't we have more music tracks in Heroes? A clean, like 80% of the reason to play Fire Emblem is the music. Perhaps that's controversial to say and believe at the same time. But like banger tracks throughout history for the series. And I feel like we don't get nearly enough tracks in the game.
I will tread carefully.
It would be a very easy way to celebrate the series as a whole, is just put more music in, you know? Axe Knight. It's kind of like watching this makes me realize genuinely how low budget Heroes actually is. Oh man, it's crazy. And it makes so much more money. That's the wild part. The premium range? Oh, the premium range is so good. I would import a CD of it every year from the shoot, I forget what it's called, but basically the Fire Emblem Fest. But yeah, that's crazy. Can we get the dev team from Shadows over on Heroes? I feel like they put a lot more care into their game. I feel like they care more, man. I don't know if that's true or if that's fair to say, but it's how I feel. Anyway, that's what Aelgard's gonna look like when she wins, because she definitely won it. So, shout out. And I'm sure you can all imagine what Claude's gonna look like too. He's a deer because he's of the golden deer variety. What else do we have? What else do we have? Oh my God! There's a Wuthering Waves thing tomorrow. That is 6 a.m. That is way too early for me. Okay. Do y'all want to see the thing I'm like genuinely excited about? Like actually, like I'm actually excited about it. If Rhea won, does that mean she's just Snow? No, she would just be a white dragon. That's it. She would be Snowy Dragon, but mostly just White Dragon. With bits of silver, probably, to accent. For continuity purposes, you know? Ooh. You know who would actually be pretty fire in Shadows? Hawkeye. It's kind of like a reverse Tibarn situation. Bro would just be a really jacked hawk. With an axe. Yeah. That'd be fire. Emblem. Shadows. Okay, chat. I have some excellent news to share with you all. Hawkman from the DC Comics? Sure. That sounds right. Probably. Yeah, it probably sounds right. Let me see. Let me swap there. Okay, hear me out. Probably one of the games I thought from my many younger years ago. I shouldn't really say that. I'm not that old. But like from my childhood more so, the Fable series. Xbox bought it. I thought it was dead. We've heard about a revival for years now. And then, unironically, last night, I literally made a comment where I was like, man, I wish they hadn't killed the Fable series. And then the Xbox Devs Direct happened today. And we got our first look at the Fable revival. And oh my God. I've seen clips. I want to watch the whole thing right now. It's like 10 minutes. Easiest watch of my life.
Hi, welcome to Playground Games, where I'm thrilled to share our very first deep dive into a game we've been making here for a really...
He's Scottish, so I instantly trust anything he says.
Fable.
Oh my God.
Playground Games is renowned for fun, immersive, and visually stunning open-world experiences.
Oh my God.
Since 2010, we've been developing the Forza Horizon series right here in Royal Leamington Spa, a charming little town in the middle of England. As Horizon has grown,
I'm gonna go there.
So have we. Over the past few years, we've built a new team to carry that reputation into a new genre that we are incredibly passionate about. Fable is Playground's first open-world action RPG, and we couldn't be more proud to be carrying on the work of...
Dude, they had to change hands like multiple times throughout the dev of this, right?
And although our game is a new beginning, I think what we're making is really faithful to the spirit of the classic Lionhead trilogy that we all love.
Totally.
At the heart of our game is a simple, recurring question. What does it mean to you to be a hero? Our game is about choices and their consequences. It's packed with action, drama, British humour, moral dilemmas, and quite a few chickens. All of this combines
So
in a
many
fairy
chickens.
tale which could only be Fable.
In classic Fable fashion, you begin the game as a child, growing up in the sleepy rural village of Briar Hill. It's here that in a moment of extreme danger, your heroic powers first emerge.
Dude, it looks beautiful.
You are Albion's first hero in a generation. But not long afterwards, disaster strikes, and the people of your village, including your beloved grandma, are turned to stone by a mysterious stranger. Suddenly alone in the world, you'll set off on an adventure which will change Albion forever.
Venturing out into the world is a huge
I've been
leap.
trying to collect the old
Albion
games on
has never
physical.
seen it before.
I found Fable 2 and 3 at my local trade spot.
Magical forests,
I've not been able to find the
sleepy
first, though.
islets, oversized vegetable patches, and stunning vistas. And because our Albion
Oh
is
my
truly
God.
open world, for the first time, you'll be able to explore this rich and detailed world seamlessly, with the freedom to go where you want from early in the game.
We can't wait to welcome you back to Albion's iconic capital city, Bowerstone. Home to Fairfax Castle, the Old Clock Tower, and the legendary Heroes Guild.
It's a huge city, full of contrasts. Rich and poor, nobles and commoners, royalty and criminals. You'll spend plenty of time here during the game, as you discover the secrets of the Heroes Guild and its reclusive guildmaster, Humphrey the Golden.
In the north of Albion,
Dude.
you'll find mountains, craggy coastlines,
I just want to walk around, man.
and the bleak, windswept city of Bloodstone. Here, you'll meet the leaders of two rival gangs, vying for power, and uncover the secrets of the sinister but extremely well-organized Cult of Shadows. Our Albion is beautiful, handcrafted, and richly detailed.
In Albion, heroes are special, different.
Dude.
They're stronger than regular people. They're more skillful, more charismatic. More importantly, they're those rare humans who can harness and use magic in the world.
I feel like this game would cure anything that ails you.
And so do you. In our game, we want you to play as the hero you want to be. And that starts with being able to choose how your hero character looks.
So, in Fable, you'll be able to pick from a range of different character heads and customize your clothing, hair, skin tone, tattoos, and scars, so the hero you play represents you.
But as well as your appearance, you can be the hero you want to be through the way you play,
Giant axe.
skills and abilities you learn,
Light armor,
and
giant
what you
axe.
use.
Easy.
Just like the classic trilogy, heroes in our game fight with a combination of strength, skill, and will. Seamlessly blending melee and ranged weapons with magical abilities gives us style-weaving combat,
Why are we kicking chickens, man?
allowing you to show off your personal playstyle against single opponents and large groups of enemies alike. Melee is at the heart of our close quarters combat. You'll use light and heavy combos, often knocking enemies off balance and executing stylish finishers.
Whoa.
Swap to your ranged weapon to bypass enemy guard and deal with troublesome flying enemies. And of course, you'll be able to unleash your powerful spells to both manipulate and devastate your opponents.
We're excited.
I was
to
never
bring
much
you
of a
back to
spells
fan
guy
favorite
in any
adversaries
game I've
you
ever
can
played.
fight.
That's me. I just do that the whole time.
As our
If you've
bounty
seen me
hunters
play
always
Dark
find
Souls, you know.
And we're
Oh.
adding brand new enemies too, like this fearsome cockatrice, a giant fire-breathing chicken. Each enemy family is different, with their own weaknesses to exploit and defenses to overcome. But with all the unique tools in your combat toolbox, how you defeat your enemies is up to you.
Dude.
There's more to being a hero in Albion than fighting, so much more. When we talk to people about their favorite memories of the original games, so many of their stories were about the stuff you can do when you weren't just being a hero. The normal, everyday stuff which happened when you interacted with the people of Albion.
For me, what I remember most vividly are the inhabitants of Albion, and the things you can do with them, or to them.
The crazy thing about the classic Fable games was that in the middle of a sprawling RPG was almost a complete other game where you could just mess around with the villages and townsfolk.
Yeah.
And we've built that same experience in the middle of our game too. Buying a house, getting a job, making some money.
Romancing a villager, getting married, having kids.
Fancy a date? Perfect. You can get to know me better.
I'm gonna live alone on a mountain.
Buying another house. Buying every house in Albion.
That's my plan.
Buying every business in Albion. Getting rich.
Marrying a bunch more people. Having a bunch more kids.
Wait, what?
Probably getting divorced along the way for good measure.
And this game within a game is unique to Fable.
I would never.
It's systemic, interconnected, and you see the ripple effects of the things you do everywhere you go.
And all of this revolves around the people who live in Albion, who we call the living population. There are more than 1,000 of them, and every single one is unique. Each of them has a name, a role, a daily routine, and their own personality.
There's over
You
1,000?
can follow any one of them for a day and just watch them live their life.
They'll get up, go to work, spend some leisure time on hobbies, then go home to bed.
But what's even cooler is that you can talk to every single one of them in fully voiced conversations and interact with them in
Dude.
different ways. Maybe the job they go to is working for you because you hired them to work in one of your businesses.
Hey, you. Working hard? How can I help you, boss?
Maybe the bed they sleep in.
Do you think
isn't
Jenna would
yours
play this with me?
because you're the landlord.
Or maybe their bed is on the street because you evicted them.
That's crazy.
All right.
Oh, it's you. You're awful.
And all of the stuff you do.
Why does that dude look like iDubbbz a little bit?
You're a legend.
Because everything you do builds your reputation.
Very impressive. Now that's an hero right there.
Morality has always been super important to Fable. That tension between good and evil underpinned all of the original games. And morality is central to our game too. But we have a slightly different take on it.
Don't kick it.
For us, morality isn't black and white.
Shouldn't kick the chickens.
There are lots of grey areas. And importantly, morality is subjective. No two people see things exactly the same way. And that's how it works in our game too.
Everything you do earns you a reputation. And every person in Albion will have a different reaction.
Dude, they're gonna hate you for being too wealthy.
Yeah, we get it. You're rich.
They'll remember things you did directly to them. They'll love you or hate you for the choices you make. And they will always tell you why. Although, usually from a safe distance.
Our game will never judge you, but the people of Albion will, loudly.
Oh, damn.
Your reputation is created by the choices you make. And you are going to make a lot of them. Big choices, little choices, moral choices, and some choices that will actually change the landscape of Albion for the rest of your game. We call this idea, Your Choices Change the World. Let's give you an example.
That's awesome.
In the game, you'll meet a character named Dave, an egotistical gardener in a rural village who discovers a magical grow formula. He accidentally turns himself into a giant and becomes a big problem.
Oh, God.
It'll be your job to deal with him, and ultimately it will be your choice whether to kill him or to spare him. If you kill him, his giant corpse will lie on the farmland just outside of town for the rest of the game.
And that is going to affect house prices. It will
I'm sorry, I have to pause. Okay. Choices and repercussions have always been like a core part of Fable, but in the earlier games it feels a lot like it's like kind of like there's clearly branching paths that you can like keep track of more easily. This like this feels so in depth that you can't like pre-calculate the outcome of stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like if I were going to spare or kill a giant, knowing that he was just going to chill on the field for the rest of the game, in my head, I'm like, well, that, okay. But to have it affect housing markets is just like, you know what? Like, that's crazy. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this
also
game.
affect what a lot of the villagers think about you.
This is my game of the year. This is already my game of the year. we're like, it's January 22nd. I'm already calling it.
Especially Dave's sister.
In Fable, the choices you make will define you. What does being a hero mean to you?
Probably not kicking chickens.
At Playground Games, we've built a pedigree for beautiful, immersive, open-world experiences. Yes, they've typically involved sports cars, but this is a passion project for all of us here. Every member
I feel
of this
that.
team, which we've built from scratch, has two key things in common: a deep love for the franchise and a burning desire to bring it back. We're making this for Fable fans just like us, but also to introduce Fable to gamers who've never played the series before. It's been great to finally tell you a little about the game we're making. There'll be much more to share as we get closer to our launch. I'm excited to tell you today that Fable is coming to Xbox, PC, and PlayStation in autumn 2026. From all of
Thank
us,
God.
thanks for watching.
Dude, that's... Oh my God. Dude, the game looks so good. I genuinely feel people's passion in this. And I'm so glad, man. You can tell when someone's just checking out. There seems like so much care has gone into this. My faith is renewed. I was feeling ill most of today. I feel so much better now. I finally got to watch this in its entirety. I've seen clips go on for like the last like 5 hours or something. Oh my God, dude. I cannot wait for this. I'm gonna knock out so much of my backlog. I'm gonna take so much PTO in the fall. This is my game of the year, man. This is my game of the year. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for Fable to come out, man. Holy cow. Ugh. Um, I know there was an entire developer direct. I don't. Let's watch it tomorrow. It's only 40 minutes. It's only 40 minutes, but I think it's okay. We'll watch it tomorrow. And then we'll also have like some downtime with before it gets like nutty with summer duels and all that. But for now, let us pivot, if you will. Over to TFT. Are there any Fable heads in here? Y'all mess with Fable? Any Fable fans? Dude, I'm so pumped for that. Oh my God. Everything I've seen, I'm gonna watch it again. On God, I'm gonna watch it again with Jenna, and hopefully she'll love it. I feel like that would be a fun game for us to play together. I don't know what the difficulty settings for combat would be, but I know she's not very confident. Okay. Irelia Unbound? That's cool. Fable 3? I like the first time I played Fable, it was the first like I mean, okay, so I had played stuff uh like 3D platformer stuff, like Banjo-Kazooie and stuff like that. But Fable was the first time I played a game where I was like, "Oh, this is what games can be." Like dialogue choices I pick, they actually matter now. That's crazy. Which in the world of like RPGs with like Final Fantasies and stuff that I had played, it wasn't it wasn't that immersive. Like there weren't any repercussions or like consequences that I would have experienced. The way that Fable kind of opened it up to me, and I was just like, "Whoa, we are gaming. That's crazy." But I never played 3. I played 1 and 2. I found 3 and 2 recently at my local trade spot. I doubt I'll find Fable 1. Like that would be crazy to find in the wild, but I found Duelist of the Roses. You don't often find anything Yu-Gi-Oh related in the wild, so yeah, it's possible. Always possibilities. Let me see. Might pick it up. I feel like it's going to be worth. LORT, Lort. Does that stand for like? Is that an abbreviation for something, or is it just Lort? That name's kind of hard, honestly. 1 and 2 are the true Fable experiences. See, I never played 3, so I don't know. But I like most things, I would assume that as time goes on, the formula gets a little diluted. I guess unless you're Witcher 3. I've seen nothing but praise for Witcher 3, which the Witcher games are also on my radar. Those are probably 27 pickups before the new one comes out in 27, 28. But all right, we are now also live on TikTok, I think. Shout out TikTok. Chat. Let's run it. We're running it. It's just called Lort. Interesting. A 1 to 8 co-op. You can use an axe. Elra, are you wanting to play this with me? Duelist of the Roses is based on a historical event. Yeah, that's cool though. It's educational and also impactful. Okay. So we need kind of a new plan here because Pirates got nerfed into oblivion. Three random emblems. Well, of course you are. Okay, so we're gonna try and let emblems dictate what we start with here. We got an Invoker, we got Freljord, we got Vanquisher. Okay. Do we run Freljord? Because we could do that. We can just run Freljord. Yeah, we're starting off with Bilgewater too, man. Frick. Oh, it's painful. Look at this opening I have, dog. Look at it. Witness it. Ooh, we could instantly go double Invoker. Or double Quick Strike. Oh my god, bro. And we could get... Dude, there's so many options. We have so many options, is the thing. Some would argue too many options. I think we go hard Freljord. And I think we make our peace with that. We have the items. Vanquisher emblem also pretty decent. We probably don't need that. Mana regen. Shred. That might be okay. I hate everything right now. Why are pirates bad? Yeah. Tight. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of you. We're going to throw you on here and you on here. For now. So I can regroup and figure out what the heck I need to do here. We can go double defender. Oh my god, bro. You see what that is, man? That's crazy, man. Okay, so let's do that. And make our peace with that. And then do this. And that. What does Freljord get us? Nobody knows. Alright, we're on the fly. We're improvising. Okay, so health and damage amp. Edelgard looks more like an owl than an eagle. Oh no. What can you do? Those are both casters. Yeah. Caster. Okay. I think this is fine. I think we're okay. We got double defender. Invoker, we could hit 4 pretty easy, honestly. Huge. Unlike Pirates, where we had, like, gold to prismatic traits, we're really only looking... Ooh, that is a Freljord pickup. Or would have been. Give me that. That can go on you. I don't know that Vanquisher is super helpful. That is... See, that was the Ash comment. In case anybody was wondering. I need... people here. Okay. Should have put you down, but that's fine. I think Vanquisher is something we literally can't piggyback with. So we'll probably... we'll probably reforge that. But Invoker and Freljord are pretty good so far.
Into battle. A battle worthy of the Freljord.
This'll be a slaughter.
My aim is steady.
Hold up. That's actually really good for us. Like, unironically.
I carry the legacy of the Basani.
We could throw that on Ari. Actually... a Seraphine might be kind of god tier. Let's do that. We need to level again. We got too many options early on. That's the problem. But an early Seraphine would be really good, I think. We have 2 defenders. We have a Slayer. We might still be able to use Gangplank, honestly. There's some overlap there. Okay, there's our Freljord defender.
The bigger they are, the harder I hit them.
Which is awesome. Oh, okay. Think. You can swap and be there. I think running a Nico is not the dumbest thing I could do. Respectfully. So let us do that. I think we're gonna get quick strikers, right? Ability power would also be kind of fire. Ooh, Lux could be good. If we're gonna go... Don't tease me now. 2 3-cost champions. Probably not that or that. I'll take that. That's a safe bet. Oh my god, we got an early misfortune, dude. This is painful. Actually painful. Okay. I don't know if Disruptor is gonna do a lot of good for us. I think if I go smart call, we probably want to grab Lux. Over Seraphine. I think. So I kind of regret getting rid of the Ahri. Because I lost my Arcanist option there. We're also looking for a quick striker because Ashe is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting on that. So it may have to be Nara. Or Draven. Draven's also an okay pickup. Well, mainly, we just want to save and level because we need 4 stars. Or, not 4 stars. God, 4 cost. I think that should be the strat moving forward for now. Okay. Not a bad pickup. Not a bad pickup. Not a bad pickup. Okay. Alright. I'll just screw me then. I guess I'll chill here. I will take an Ashe copy. I suppose. Ooh, okay, wait. Not an Invoker, but is an Arcanist. So let's do that. Arcanist.
The Freljord awakens.
Yeah, that's big.
Please, lizard, you cannot copy perfection.
We may also want another Warden at some point.
So, which one is the pig? Kidding.
Don't worry, Bristle. I'll leave you the scraps.
I think Nico. I think on Nico, Braum, Nautilus. Swain. Upper core might be good. Rare L to a Slayer comp. Is what it is. But we're up at max gold now, which is good. Huh.
The Freljord shall unite.
Ayo. That's helpful.
Can't outrun a fox.
That's helpful. Okay, wait, hold up. Hold the phone, bro. Okay. You're an invoker and a failure. Okay, so we can swap you. And probably, who's my main? Ari's doing the most. Okay. So let's do that, and then let's do that. Something got moved, and I don't know what it was. Oh, okay, well. At least it's a warden. Dude, there's so many misfortunes. Nobody's... There's our Lux! Okay. We actually don't even need the Ari anymore. Because Lux is just kind of the upgrade now. Allies gain 25% attack speed for 3 seconds. They dash. Boy. Okay. I don't like any of these options, honestly.
The cold does not forgive.
Give me that and that. And then we'll do that. Okay, who's doing damage?
Today I find that hero.
You need to get you in there, my dude. We have our wardens. Give that to you for now. And let's give that to you for now. I think that will be okay. Okay. Another quick striker option. I think the Brahm's probably the best possible pickup here. But it's likely he'll get snagged. For free? That's crazy. Okay. For free? He's really... Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. The Braum is a crazy pickup. And I love that for us. Okay. We're getting goosed over here. But Nico's still kind of holding strong. Huge. Huge for us. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, who did I unlock? That I should have been paying attention to? No one. Okay. Cool. Dude, the Noxus Schwan combo. That's gnarly. As you can see, Lux is really doing the hard carrying here. Like, unironically doing all the hard carrying. So... Cool, Braum. I didn't need to know that, but that's cool. Dude.
Demacia must lead by example. Vow sworn.
Okay, there's our better quick striker. That's cool. Huge. All right, we're gonna do impossible things with Ash here.
I am Iceborn.
All right, then. Okay, so if we do less than 2,500 with Lysandra, then we swap back to our bird friend here. That's the general plan. $32. Slightly more. Am I winning? We're doing okay. We're in top 3. For the hard pivot that we did hit, pretty okay so far.
The cold does not forgive.
Oh, Brom, no shirt, huh? And I don't have pants. Yay, Freljord.
Amen, girl. I think we probably just stick with the Lux, yeah. Tough pickups here. All right, so this is gonna shred. It can sometimes be useful. Sometimes being the keyword. We will put that on Braum. We're also one away from hitting 7 Freljord, which is pretty nice. What is that thing? Oh, that's Diana. Yeah, Diana's pretty cool. Okay. We can take one more hit. I think we're pretty... Yeah, we're... Wow, they have already spent like $300 to get that, and it just came out like an hour ago. That's wild. Okay, we have this. My defense. Thought the Swain comp might be good, but I don't know. Do it on Nico, but then we don't have the defender option. We're just biding time right now. That might be my...
Don't worry, Bristle. I'll leave you the scraps.
Witness the strength of Noxus.
That was our Hail Mary. I don't know if it's enough, though. Rom can only do so much, you know. No. Alright. GG. Third place. Not bad. That's not bad. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Gold 2, though. Successfully hit gold 2. Can't be mad about that. Lord knows it. I know it. Hell yeah. I'm down. Run it back, baby. We'll go again. Freljord wasn't bad. Targon might also be pretty good. There's a possibility that that's pretty decent. We're so back. Dude, there's 1 silver in the lobby. Oof. That's rough. I wonder if they're a Smurf. A lot of whales in this lobby. If they have like a character chibi, they're probably whales. If they're this, they're probably Smurfing. Which doesn't make me feel any more confident, honestly. What are we looking at? Gain 1 augment reroll. Okay. Let's run... Let's run Ionia.
I would have preferred you in cuffs.
We'll see what we get, but let's
I remember your father. He thought he could censor me.
let's try Ionia.
The heart of Piltover is its people.
In worst case, we'll have a 2-star Caitlyn to start. It was like kind of ridiculous.
There is no drama in a peaceful death.
Already with an Ash.
You helped lock me away. You tried to stop my work. My heart cannot be contained.
Tread carefully.
This is also kind of spicy. We run failure again, like unironically.
There is no drama in a peaceful death.
Allies without. Okay.
An icon doesn't have to explain himself.
Alright. We're committing to Ionia. We just are. For better or worst. Or worse. Okay. Good early Warden pickup. That's very nice. We'll just put him up there for now, I think, and that will be good for us. We're gonna want a Warden to work here. See, they're doing a similar combo that I just did last turn, or last game. The difference is we don't have the emblems to make Freljords more common, or Wardens for that matter, which were pretty clutch. The Invoker was too, honestly, but we got Slayer Vanquisher. We're kind of just waiting. Regards for our 2/1 costs. I don't know that I ever explained this to you guys either, but every time you level up, the rarer stuff becomes more frequent and more common. So when you start off at a lower level down here, your 1 cost, which is your weaker options, are like heavily favored to show up. So anytime you get an early drop with like a 2 or 3%, or I don't think it is 3%, I think it's 2 and 5%, for the 4 cost, like that's usually pretty big. Most of the time, until you hit like level 7, you're going to see a lot of 2 and 3s. And then up until like level 6, I think you're probably seeing mostly 1s. That's not bad. We'd have Snowplate. which would be pretty chill. At least sub if you're watching the stream, bro. If you're gonna watch the stream and snipe my picks, you could at least throw a Twitch Prime my way. Respectfully. Would that do better for us? Maybe. We don't really need Warden right now. Perhaps Double Bruiser is the way to go. Well, that's all right.
I fight for the dream of Demacia.
Because now we got that. And that's much better for us. Put that on here. I also need a Yasuo. Demacia run? That's exciting. So this will give us the Slayer to pair with Yasuo and the Juggernaut to pair with Nautilus. And then we'd obviously have the double Warden with these two here. The cool thing about not playing Bilgewater is you have an opportunity to have a lot more traits active. And with Bilge, I mean, you got to run so many pirates that it's kind of... you don't really get a lot of bronze traits. Okay, we could go... That's big. That's huge. Yummy. Oh yeah, we're on new stage. We get our free XP. Hell yeah. Okay. Would be really cool if I could finish off my one cost and maybe find a Yasuo though. Ooh, they are also running Ionia, but they have a Bard. Which is not something I thought to do. And they got an early Wukong. That could be good.
Style.
Now I have an early Wukong. But what do I want to do? Maybe just that for now. It's really hard having a 1-cost 1-star as your attack carry right now. I still feel pretty confident that this is like a relatively consistent.
An icon doesn't have to explain himself.
Yeah, let's get rid of you. Let's not worry about Juggernaut right now. I feel pretty confident that this is still like a pretty consistent top 4 combo that we're running. Put you here. If we don't get something to make Stoneplate, we could run Evershroud. They're literally just running a Slayer comp. Why are Slayer comps OP? Yes, knowing the answer. What do I want? I don't really know. This! I want this!
I fight for the dream of Demacia.
Okay.
Scurry back to your shadows, ninja.
Yasuo, I knew fate would bring us together again.
Okay, we got some play now. I dare say we have options again. The problem is we kind of have to keep everything as is. So we can level a little bit. Our comp is working now because these augments work really well together. Yeah. I did it.
Our wills align.
Still got a 1-star or a 1-cost 1-star Shin. Which is kind of nuts. Don't know how that's happening. Popular bruiser comps, perhaps. Perhaps. Okay. Okay. Hold up.
Just looking for a road home.
Well.
Demacia must lead by example.
I'm gonna wait and see how much this Ari does. See, the gunslinger combo is just doing so well right now, man. That I don't know. Yeah, give me grab bag. Give me grab bag. Why not? That on you. Yeah. Yeah. That on you. Those are good together. Who could we run defender with? Honestly, don't know if worth.
Day's the day I find that hero.
Hmm. I have to start making some tougher calls here. I don't think we need the Yasuo. There's also more Ionia options than you can get with like a max Ionia comp. So we only need 7 to really benefit from that. So we don't need a Yasuo necessarily. Dude, the 2-star Garen is crazy. They're doing something kind of similar. I don't know if that's the right decision, but it's the one that I made. Is what it is. Dude, the gunshot sounds are pretty satisfying. I find another gunslinger somewhere. Oh, Misfortune. Or Jinx, that could also be good. That Juggernaut. Man, that's crazy. We couldn't find anything with like a 10 roll down. Oh yeah, we lose this easy. I think there's just too many people playing Ionia cross comps.
You helped lock me away. You tried to stop my work. My heart cannot be contained.
Tread carefully.
We can still use Misfortune, kind of. For a gunslinger combo. That's fine.
Can't outrun a fox.
Okay.
Revenge will consume you, Captain. Don't lose yourself like I did.
Who did the most there? Alright, we're gonna make Ari go a little bit nutty here. That's a bummer. Their damage burns. Interesting. Okay. What if I did something like
Take courage in the light.
So I think with Misfortune's Burst, this flame patch here is doing more, which is good for us. So I think we want to chase that, for lack of better phrasing.
Guns blazing. Come, Xinjiao. We must cleanse this land of our enemies once more.
Oh, did I get it?
Stand at your side once more, Yunara.
I didn't get it. There we go. Ooh, that would be big for us. That would also be big for us. So many options. Are we up next? Surely I'll just roll another Wukong, right? Will we put that on him? We're one cost 2 starring. There's another Ari. That's nice. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Just looking for a road
Braum, that's our warden. I think honestly we're pretty content. We're just trying to get another copy of these two. Top 4. We land it.
My journey's only beginning.
Yeah, that's pretty big for us. Oh, bother. Do that and that, I guess. Ooh, we have an Ornn.
What an honor it is to make your acquaintance.
Ooh, one of us is out. Spooky. It's me. I'm out. Nothing wrong with 4th. That's pretty good. I'll make my peace there. Yeah, what time is it? 12:40. Let's see if Jetta. Oh God. Look at my desk. One of those green things. God, why are they everywhere, dog? Please don't make stuff smell. They're green. Ugh. All right. I'm gonna go get this guy out of the room. When I come back, actually, I'll just run it now. Low key. We'll queue up and that will probably be fine. I am going to go ahead and run ads so you guys don't get anything for the last match. So grab some water and snacks. When we come back, final match of the night, hopefully gold 1. A minute? God, it seems like it's going to take forever. We're trying to min-max. We're min-maxing our time efforts. Believe it. Maybe. Trying to. Trying to min-max our time efforts. Oh, there we go. We're in. All right, what I miss? What we got? Oh, we could run some Demacia. I think that might be all right.
Quiet, please.
I'm down. Or Freljord.
A symphony of justice.
I'm open to either. You know what? We did Ionia, we did Freljord. Let's run Demacia. Why not? That one's pretty straightforward. And we've already got Defender. Which is kind of clutch.
Quiet, please.
We're starting off with a... Oh, there's no encounters. We just binked a duplicator? Oh, okay.
Freljord awakens.
We're doing a pseudo Demacia Freljord. The crossover event no one expected.
Don't worry, Bristle. I'll leave you the scraps.
Makeshift. There are no items on your bench. Gain 2 XP. I'll take Econ. I'm down to clown around with Econ. Bora. Yeah, that's huge. We could also try and snag an early Bard. Might not be bad. Oh, bother. I don't know if I want that in particular, but might as well. Too strong. There's our old friend Jin. All right, so the plan here, kind of, is to have Defender.
Sorry, Your Majesty.
Warden comp up in defense. And then we're going to have an attack and a magic carry in the back, basically. Other than that, it's just pick Demacia characters, play with Demacia characters. It's not complicated.
Protect the faithful.
And we can snag a bard. Maybe do some magic there. Who's to say? All right, so we're probably going last. Yeah, we're going last. Unfortunate. What do we want? Probably some bulky items. Okay. Guess not. Can't go wrong with sword. When in doubt, sword is your friend most of the time.
Righteous retribution.
Oh, God. All right. Rageblade Bard. That is certainly a choice. That is certainly a choice. There's our Vayne.
Get shot. Lady Sona, if I fall today, let your song carry me home.
Bro, so many options. That's crazy. Problem is our econ's super low. Alright, so we got Warden comp. We have our Vayne. Vayne's gonna want Rageblade. Basically anything Jin wanted last turn, or last game. I think they're the same archetype. If not, they just kind of want similar items anyway. We're really just trying to print money now. That's good. That's not great for us. Give me that sweet, sweet 2 interest. Bonus. Don't think we have any arcanists. Honestly, not the worst pickup we could have. Unironically. Oh god. Is that same comp? Or is this just long shot void? I feel like we got smoked by a Malzahar earlier. Oh. That's too good to pass up. Arrows are good.
Fight for the dream of Demacia.
Arrows are very nice for Vayne. Shoot. I got a little too level happy there. I regret it deeply. Probably don't want to do that one. Alright, so we now have 3 Demacia. Means our whole team gets a lot more armor. If we hit 11, which is not going to happen without hella augments. You actually need 3 of these to hit all 11, which is like kind of crazy. A little bit harder than hitting 10-piece pirate. Not too much harder, but still a little bit harder.
My prince, heed your training. The lance may falter, but you must not.
Huge. Yoinkity. We will eventually put that on Lux anyway, so that's chill.
For my father, the king.
The king's spear obeys.
Today's the day I find that hero.
We would like to have that very badly. But she will get taken. So I think we probably want to aim... Okay, well. Never mind, I guess. Okay, never mind. We did get the Lux. That's insane. That's really lucky.
I hope the hero likes me.
Alright, so we probably don't need Invoker anymore. Probably just put Lux up here. And we can kind of just let her do her thing.
Protect the faithful.
Hmm. Let's throw this on Vayne here. Alright, I think we're gonna take the Sejuani. We have a Kaisa now. My goat.
Fear the void sting.
Double long shot. Imagine. Still have our defender core.
Quiet, please.
Okay. Well. Not ideal for us. Not ideal for us.
Judgment's coming.
I think we move past Bard now. As nice as it was to have Bard, I think we gotta move on. I just can't beat the Rage Blade, man. I need a Rage Blade of my own. And I just don't have one. That's helpful. That would also be helpful. Beautiful. That's what we like to see. Let's put this here. Ideally, We're looking for another tier and another power rod. And then our carries are in pretty good shape, I think, in general. At least enough to try and get us to top 4. There's a lot of really strong teams currently, so don't know how likely that's going to be. There's one.
I hope the hero likes me.
Okay. Oh boy. What do we want? Probably bulky items. Would be my guess. We are in more need of. But since those change now, we can kind of just go for 2-star. Great turn for wardens, am I right? None of that is helpful. Do that. Okay, that's terrifying. As soon as we see a Garen, we can swap Sona out for Garen, I think. Because we don't have anything with Invoker currently, which is fine. Beautiful. Oogie. Now maybe we can just get like a giant belt or something. And that will make people happy. It's me, I'm people. May have to give up that dream, unfortunately. Actually, maybe we go ahead and swap out the Sona for the Poppy. Maybe we just do that. Sona's really not doing a whole lot for us.
Choose evil, get shot.
Get ready!
That was kind of bold. Kind of forgot all my stuff changes. Whoops. That's handy. We can mess with that. And I guess that's fine. Ooh, we are way in the bottom now. Okay, so what we'll do now... Huge. Huge for us. Woo! Lord have mercy. That was nuts. Okay, we got our backline powered up between the Arcanist, sorry, and then also the long shot. Yordle comp is terrifying. There's the Fizz doing awful, awful things to us. Dude, there's going to be so many people out next round. We need to win the next round. Not to sound dramatic, but like we need it. Nice try, bro. Catch me with that. We got Warden, we got Defender, we got Juggernaut in the front. Like, this is overall a pretty clean comp we have running right now. All right, we're gonna pop the Wardens here. Oh God. No. 10. Damn it. Oh. Yeah, that was rough. That was a little rough. Still gold 2, but that sucked. What can you do? So earlier, one of the first games we played, we ran into a player who had this unlocked already. I kid you not, these things are wickedly expensive. I think over the 5 years I've played, I've gotten like maybe 2 of them in total. They are hella expensive if you have not saved up. It really is pretty cool though. People are probably going for Star Guardian Jinx if they do. Our battle pass is almost done. Wow. This is another mode for the Lunar New Year. I'll probably run that off stream, but we may play a little bit of it if I get too disheartened with the ranked here. It's it is unfortunate what they did to pirates. Oh, my Twitch viewership just instantly dropped after the match ended. How curious. I wonder if we were getting stream sniped a smidge. I really wanted to take Bilgewater to Plat, but we just didn't have enough time to do it before they nerfed him. Unfortunately, it is what it is. What can you do? What can you do? Chat, hey, it's late for me. It's well after 1 a.m. and I need sleep. So I'm gonna go do that. We may run some more of this tomorrow. But I also kind of want to watch the Xbox Dev Direct, and then there's also Summer Duels. But honestly, I feel like Summer Duels is going to be so sweaty tomorrow because people are doing is it SDS or SDR? Whatever Summer Duels rotation event is happening. So like a lot of people are going to be on favor battles, and it's going to be toxic and ew. So I may only do a couple of those tomorrow. I know last week we ran like probably close to 15. I don't know that I have it in me to run 15 of those tomorrow again. But we will do arena. Because I haven't done that yet, and then we may come back to TFT because I'm enjoying it more, frankly. And that's just how it is. We may, you know what? We may do a little bit of everything. We may do some favor. We may do some lunar. We may do some ranked. Fun day Friday. We'll mix and match. I am out of here though. If you are embracing Choose Your Legends, good luck. I wish you luck. I wish you luck. Yeah. That's it. I'm out of here. Have a good one, y'all, and I will see you next time. I'm so excited that Fable is back. Fable's back, baby. That's so hype.